Hey guys, Charles here again at Don Marshall, and you're probably asking yourselves, why are we looking at another cabin chassis vehicle at Don Marshall? Now this is just not your traditional cabin chassis. If you look over here on the side, it says Ram 5500. So that is the biggest heavy-duty truck that Don Marshall can carry, and it is massive. Sitting right next to another 3500, you'll notice the ride height. It's got beefed up suspension. It's got enough to handle obscene amounts of weight. You'll also notice massive tow hooks in the front. And then another thing that would make it look a little bit different from your traditional cabin chassis is these huge fender flares that house a bigger 19-inch steel wheel. So those are some of the features that make it look a little bit different. So let's pop the hood and take a look at what's under the hood of this beast. All right, under the hood of the Ram 5500 is a Cummins 6.7 liter turbo diesel. Now that's matted up against the Aisin transmission. This is the automatic version. Now the reason they do that is that Aisin transmission is built to pull. It has nearly double the pulling capability of a manual, which is phenomenal. Now those two things combined are fabulous. Now what makes the biggest difference is you have the 6.7 Cummins diesel, then you have the Aisin transmission, and that goes to a massive rear end. Now, normally in a cabin chassis, you'd see something like a 373 rear end. Now this vehicle has a 488 rear end, which gives it massive towing capability and payload capability. Now, those are all fine and dandy, but where do you spend most of your time in your work truck? Inside the work truck. So we're gonna take a look inside and show you some of the creature comforts that the 5500 has. Let's take a look. Now inside this 5500, you'll see that it has vinyl seats, vinyl floor, and that is, if you're using a work truck, you want to be able to hose out the interior because it's gonna get dirty. But there are some nice creature comforts. We've got cruise control. You've got a screen here between your gauges that gives you information, and it's got controls right here. Now this has Chrysler's new radio system. You'll notice there's no CD player anymore because everything has gone digital. If you open up your center console here, you'll see that you have a USB port and an auxiliary import in a 5500 work truck, which is a phenomenal thing. So even the contractor likes to listen to his MP3s on his iPod, which is great. You also have a built-in trailer brake and then a bunch of auxiliaries in case you have other things to plug in and tow. Cruise control, air conditioning, all the standard things that you're gonna find, power locks, power windows. It's pretty well equipped, especially for something that's considered to be a heavy-duty work truck. Now, one of the other things that I want to show you is the bed that we've got on the back of this one, because it's a standard here at Don Marshall, and then we'll tell you a little more. Now this bed right here is what they call almost like a diamond plate. It's actually made out of solid steel, and this is made by a company called Bradford. Now, Don Marshall is a Bradford dealer, so we put Bradford beds on just about everything we have. Now, this flat bed is great for cargo, it's great for hay, it's great for anything else, and they've got a trap door gooseneck ball right in the bed, so it covers it up, but it's still there and it's available. These are actually fold down, and they've got holes for stickers on the side, all kinds of things. But what's neat about the 5500 series is that you don't have to have this flat bed on it. There are a multitude of different options as far as the beds and things that you can put on this. Believe it or not, this 5500 is equipped with a prep kit that you can actually load the box for an ambulance on the back of this. This vehicle can become an actual ambulance vehicle, which is really, really neat. Now, when I talk about massive towing capabilities and massive payload capabilities, I'm talking about nearly 30,000 pound towing capability. Just under 30,000 pounds this thing is capable of pulling. And if you want to talk about payload, right here on this massive Bradford bed, you can drop 37,000 pounds worth of things on this. 37,000, I mean, these are huge numbers we're talking about. So if you're interested in looking for a work truck, if you've got a business out there where you need massive towing capability, massive payload, come on down to Don Marshall, talk to one of the sales product specialists, and they'll give you all of the details as far as the capabilities of this truck. There's other options too. You can even get one with leather interior if you wanted. Now, if you want to find out those fine details, come on down, talk to one of those sales reps, and if you don't want to come down, you can also log on to donmarshallauto.com and talk to somebody via their instant chat program. We'll see you next time.